Is now a good time to move up? We're going to find out right now on Real Estate Talk Boston. Joined right now by Angie Stevenson over at Compass and Hingham. Angie, thanks for stopping by.
Chris, thanks for having me. It's so good to be back.
It's great to have you back. We're in the middle of the fall market, right? Mm-hmm. And I feel like there's a little bit of a buzz out there. People are unsure. They're not ready to move, or they're thinking, have we hit that peak? Is there a bubble? Mm-hmm. So I guess I'm asking you, is now a good time for that move-up buyer to move on?
Mm-hmm. I would say it's definitely a good time for a move-up buyer to move on, to actually take action. A lot of the things that we're hearing about that are happening on a larger scale are really good news for buyers. Fall is a great time. We're in the back half of 2018. And what we are seeing is some signs of a balancing, some signs of normalizing. Great news for buyers.
Which is healthy for the market, by the way, right?
Absolutely.
Everything can't always be skyrocketing up.
Right. We all know this is cyclical. And rates are still relatively low. And the nice thing about fall is people who really kind of overshot it in spring and summer and had their homes sit, if they're still on, there's some opportunities here and maybe some value. I had a couple of deals I was working on last week with buyers. I love Columbus Day weekend. It is the best weekend to buy a house. A lot of people are away. There's so many weddings. It's peak apple and pumpkin weekend here. And in the markets I was offering in, I got them both. And we were only competing with one other offer. In the spring, there could have been 4, 5, 6. So my clients were thrilled.
It's a stealth agent move right there.
Yeah, Columbus Day weekend is the
Everybody
weekend.
else is off doing things.
Oh, 4th of July too.
Buy.
4th of July too. But back to fall and moving up, especially if, I work down on the South Shore. So especially if the product that you're going to be selling and moving up out of is an entry level, first time home buyer price point. Maybe you're in Weymouth, say, and you want to get into, you live in Norwell, for example. The buyers are out there and ready for you for first-time buyers in Weymouth, right? And then if you want to take that still, you're probably going to do okay if you price right on the sell side. Now, on the buy side, you are going to have possibly a little bit more time to shop, a little bit possibly more negotiability, and there isn't going to be the panic that you would have in the spring.
Right, and that definitely falls in. And I think that there's a lot of families out there, especially where we live on the South Shore, that are just that. They're families, and people think, I got kids, we're in school.
Right.
We can't move right now.
Right.
That's not necessarily the case either.
Absolutely not. There's never a perfect time, right? And you think if you go into it with that attitude, you're going to have a better outcome. But there's a couple things you can do, like start pre-shopping now.
Pre-shopping?
Yeah.
Okay.
Start pre-shopping. Get out there. If you're looking maybe Hingham, Cohasset, Situate, Duxbury, Norwell, get out there and look at some houses that have been sort of languishing on the market. If you're somebody who really likes to take their time and not be under the gun, which is really important when you've got a family, you've got kids to consider, if you want to make a move before Thanksgiving or before it starts to snow, great. But if the chances are, if the house stays that long, it's coming off. And I guarantee you, it's coming back on in the spring. And you're going to have a lot of time, maybe when things are a little more quiet, early Jan, to connect with your agent, find out if you can get back in, will they show it, or when's it coming back on for spring, so you could be super prepared. Because I think moving a family is all about preparation, strategy, kind of setting expectations, and having like a really good agent in your corner helping you navigate through the process.
That is what we call a value missile on
Real Estate Talk Boston.
Pre-shop.
Here comes the shot.
Get ahead of the game. It's easy for a mom or dad. You can do it from your phone these days. Compass has a fantastic app. And if a property sits, you know that you can be prepared to jump on it come spring or even pre-spring.
Absolutely. And have your agent look at what came off and reach out to some of those agents and see if you can get back in. You never know. But yeah, you're not in the fall. I tell my buyers, we're going to have a little bit more fun shopping for a home in the fall. It should be an enjoyable experience. I know it's stressful. It's a huge decision, but this time of year, and guess what? It's also a gorgeous time to get out and look at the South Shore. The sky's blue, the water looks crisp. The lawns look good, leaves on trees still. So it's an awesome time to get out there if you're thinking about stepping up.
Lucky to live where we live. Angie, thanks for stopping by as always.
Thanks, Chris.
And if they want to connect with you directly, what's the best way to do that?
Find me on Instagram at Angela Stevenson Real Estate.
Check her out. Great Insta game. Remember, we have more tips just like this right here on Boston.com.